All right. So topic for today. Karmesh. All right. See, this is always seen from the Rasi chart or the sorry, it's always seen from the KP chart or the KP Nirayan Chalita or the Bhav Chalit chart, whatever you call it. Right? This is also known as KP signifactors. Okay. See, there are four types of signifactors: A, B, C, and D. All right. Now, how do you calculate them? Is this? So let me write four columns first. A, B, C, D. Okay. So let's say A will have 100% power. B will have about, let's say, 80%. C will have somewhere between 65 to 70%. D will have 50% power in getting a job done. Getting, let's say, job could be marriage, be profession, could be anything, right? So we start with D because defining from there is a little easy. So this is basically whichever house you're seeing, this will be the Rashi Lord of the house. RLS Rashi Lord. Okay. Next, C. C are those set of planets having D as their nakshatra lords. Okay, that is C. B is planets sitting in that house, whichever house we are considering. All right. And A is same again. Planets having B as their nakshatra lord. As simple as that. ABCD signifactors. All right. Now we should take a chart example and then try doing it. All right. Or let me just finish the theory. Just give me a second. Now let's take an example. Just give me a second. I'll just open some chart. All right. Able to see my laptop screen?
Yes.
So take an example chart. This is roughly my chart. So we'll just do one table here. That is, we'll first write the house number. It's my first column. Second column will be A, then B, then C, and D. Done. Okay. So house number one. You guys are going to tell me now which is the D signifactor of my house. Number one. Look at the Bhav Chalit chart, not the Rasi chart. Say, I think in this chart both are same, but yeah. Go ahead, start.
I think Mars.
Okay. Let's also do one more thing. Let me put a small column on, which is the CSL. Okay, just to be clear. All right. So my first CSL is Moon here, right? I'm taking it from the table straight away. Right? First CSL Moon. Okay. Which is my D?
Uh, I'm assuming it is Mars
Why?
because for first CSL for house one, uh, number 8 is there, which is ruled by Mars. So the Rashi Lord should be Mars for D.
Okay. Okay. So basically, how we do it is it's a Rashi Lord of the house. So house number one, which is a Rashi, eighth Rashi, right? Scorpio. Who
Yes,
is the Lord of eighth Rashi or Scorpio Rashi?
Mars.
Mars. Krishna Sagar. Have you guys understood this?
Yes, 1 and 8 is Mars, and 8 is here, so that's why Mars.
Perfect. So we write Mars here. Now, which is my C signifactor?
I think Venus.
So you need to find the planets which are having Mars as their
Nakshatra Lord.
Nakshatra Lord.
nakshatra lord. So I have to
Yeah,
look in this column here, right? I need to
yeah,
look in this column here. I need to find
very
where Mars comes. Mars comes only here, which is my Venus. Okay.
yeah.
Therefore, I write Venus. Okay. Next, which is my B signifactor?
Planet sitting in that house. So there is no planet in that house now.
Okay. So then what do we do? We don't write it. We leave it like that.
Leave it,
Okay.
yeah, blank.
Now, what is A?
Nakshatra Lord of that house, so no planet again. It will be no planet, right?
Blank again.
Yes. Perfect. So the rule here can be nil.
Mhm.
Okay. Can be nil. This is will be nil if this is nil. Okay. Just maybe add that small. It's a logical thing, but in case you're into too much of notes and rote learning, you can take this step. Perfect. Now the second house. CSL for second house is Saturn. Okay. Which is my D signifactor?
Mars again.
Okay.
Uh,
While I was telling the power of these signifactors, CSL also holds 50% power. Huh? So yeah, just note that down. Okay. So D is Mars. So C will obviously be Venus. There will be no change in that. What will be B?
Saturn.
Saturn.
Perfect. What will be A? So I need to check in this column here.
There
Where is
was
Saturn?
B.
Is there a Saturn?
No.
no.
Therefore, nil. Going to third house. Who is my third CSL? Mars.
Yeah,
Which is the D significator for the third house?
Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Perfect. C significator?
Uh, Mars and Venus.
Hmm?
Mm.
Naveen, I think I need
Planet sitting in that house, so it should be Mars and
C, C.
Venus.
C for cat.
Okay, planets having Mars as Nakshatra Lord.
Jupiter
Okay.
as Nakshatra Lord.
Yeah, sorry.
there will be no
Okay.
planet. There is no Jupiter
No
there.
planet. Yeah.
Jupiter is untenanted. So therefore, nothing. B,
B is planet sitting in that house.
Uh,
Venus,
okay.
Mercury and Venus.
So
perfect.
Venus is there. So yeah.
Mercury and Venus, both.
Yeah.
Right? A,
Naveen, sorry, how did we arrive at Mercury and Venus?
what is the
Like
definition for finding B? Or what is the method for finding B? B significant.
planet sitting in that house.
So which is a planet sitting in my third house in the KP chart?
Okay, Mercury and
Right?
Venus.
This is the first house, this is the second house, this is the third house.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, now which is A?
A is Mars and
Mars and
Basically, I need to look
Saturn,
at, yeah, I need to look at Venus and Venus.
Mercury.
So therefore,
Mars and Saturn.
Mars and Saturn. Okay. Now this is what I want you to do. Take the next 5 minutes. I want you to finish till the 12th house looking at this chart. The chart is not going anywhere. I'm not going to go off the call. I'll just stay on mute. Um, and I want you to work it out and tell me the answers. I'm also working out side by side, but I won't write the answers. But yeah. I'll be on mute. If you have any doubts, please ask.
Uh, can you please share your screen again from the iPad? I'll just take a screenshot.
Okay.
Thank
Are we done?
Just doing the eighth one. I probably want to check one or two answers with you.
We will. I'll share my screen. You
Yeah.
can cross-check our answers.
Naveen, just wondering in that sixth house in
Hmm.
Bhavsale chart, what is F4? I might have missed something.
See,
It's,
last class we studied something called Fortuna point.
oh, yes. Yeah.
This is that, but the formula we used usually will not match what this software uses. I told you there are a couple of schools of thought of Fortuna point, and this follows a different school of thought.
Okay, done.
Done, no? Perfect.
Yeah, done.
Right. How many of you got similar answers? Then no need to worry. If you've not got a similar answer as to what is on your screen, please see my tablet screen. There are two screens being shared. Look at my tablet screen. And yeah, if you don't have the same answer as mine, then we will have to discuss. So please call out. By the way, all this is given here also. It's just a click of a button. Okay.
Yeah, I did till ninth. I think I have two discrepancies. One is in 4A, fourth house A. I only wrote Jupiter and Saturn. I think I missed Rahu.
Mm-hmm.
That was one. And then sixth, Venus, Mars. Yeah, 6C also. I just put it as blank. The rest
Okay.
all are changed. Yes.
6C is blank. Why was 6C blank? You have to copy the same thing from 1 and 2.
Yeah, I in mine I probably missed that. Did it from 4.
Understood.
That's
Understood.
Can we check the 10th D? It should be sun, right?
10D will be sun. Yeah.
Yeah, you have written moon, that's what.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look at my laptop screen also. There you have the perfect printed one. Okay, this is what the software provides. So check your answer against it.
Okay, then it is Jupiter, moon, Ketu, moon, Ketu, moon. Okay, all correct.
All right. So these are the ABCD signifactors. All right. But these are not Karmesh. All right. So beyond this, we have something L1, L2, L3 significators. How do we arrive at that? So I can tell you a theory, but rather what we'll do is we'll take up an example, and then along with that, we'll study the theory also. All right. That will become a little simpler. So first, let's look at money flow. Okay. Which are the planets that will bring money flow? All right. So um, money or career, whatever that is, right? So what are the positive houses for money flow?
6, 11, 2, 6, 11, 4.
Perfect. 2, 6, 11. All right. These are the positive houses, right? What are the negative houses?
159.
One finance or profession for money flow.
12,
12.
Okay.
Mm,
Just find out the 12,000 above 3. All right.
Yeah.
What are the 12,000 above 3? It'll be,
5.
1, 5.
1, 5.
yeah, it'll be 5. All right. And then you will have
10.
8 also because that is a permanent obstacle. All right. So 5, 8, 12 will be your negative houses for money flow. All right. So now what we need to do is as a set of 2, 6, 11. Okay. For the positive houses. As a set of 2, 6, 11, we need to find the significators. All right. So I'm going to keep it on. Okay. So you need to shift between two screens. There's one screen here, another there. All right. So what we do, first we write out the significators. All right. So what are the significators of 2, second house? What are the significators of second house?
Saturn, Venus,
Saturn and
Mars.
Venus. Saturn, Venus, Mars.
Second house. Okay. So you have, so if I go from the right end, it'll be what? It'll be like,
Mars, Venus, Saturn.
yeah, it'll be Mars. I put a D here on top. Okay. Because it's a D significator. Why? I will tell you later. We need to do this because why I'll tell you later. Okay. So we have Mars in D level. Then we have Venus in C level. Then we have Saturn in B level. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, what is for 6 and 11?
Mars, Venus.
Venus.
Mars, Venus.
Okay. Mars in D. And then Venus in C.
Mars again in B.
Okay. Mars again in B.
And Venus in A.
Venus in A. See, if the planet is repeating, you can use the highest power. All right. So you don't have to repeat it this way. You can use the highest power. All right. So these are the 6th house. Okay. Now, which is for 11?
Mercury in D.
Just Mercury.
Just Mercury in D. This is for the 11th. Okay. Now we take it for
5, 8, 12.
5. Yeah, correct. 5, 8, 12. So which are my significators for 5, 8, 12?
Just Jupiter in D for 5.
Just Jupiter and D. This is 5. Okay. Next.
Venus for 8 in D.
Okay.
Mars and Saturn in C.
Okay.
Yeah. For 12, Venus in D.
Mm.
In C, it is Mars and Saturn.
12. Okay. Now we need to two ways. One, you can do it directly or the other way around. So let's do one thing. Let's write the net. So what will be the net houses here? Tell me the ones with the highest power. Okay, so we'll have basically we'll have so Mars is there. Any other Mars here? We have one Mars here and we have one Mars, but now Mars is B. So just take the highest power, Mars of B. Okay, understood? Is this clear?
Oh, can you say
Yes,
again?
yes.
We're looking for Mars first, this particular Mars.
Uh,
Okay, we're looking for this Mars. Mars
uh,
is here also. Mars is here also. Okay, therefore I write Mars here,
Mhm.
but the power, I write the highest power because
Okay.
the powers, I think I have to mention you this, right? So the power is A greater than B greater than C greater than D. This is the strength of the significators. All right.
Mhm. So B Mars you have to mention.
Yeah, Mars superscript B or in bracket capital B, whichever works out for you. I follow this notation. You can follow it. And there's no standard thing to it. Right. Next, Venus. Which is highest power of Venus?
A.
For 2611 as a group.
Yeah. As a 6, yeah.
For 2611 as a group, A is the highest power. Good. Next, we have Saturn. Which is the highest power of Saturn?
B.
Next, we have Mercury. Which is the highest power of Mercury? D. Correct?
B.
So, these are my net positive significators. All right. For positive, this is the net, right? Now, same way, which are the net significators for negative? Yeah, go ahead, tell me. So first I write so first is what? Jupiter. Okay. Which is the highest power of Jupiter?
B.
Okay. Next is Venus, which is the highest power of Venus here.
D.
Next is Mars, the highest power of Mars,
C.
highest power of Saturn.
C.
C. All right. So the net significators we have gotten here. Okay, these are my net significators of negative.
Negative.
Right. Now we need to compare these two. Okay. So the rule is somewhat roughly like this. Stronger notations, that is A greater than B greater than C greater than D, cancel out the weaker notations. Okay. When combining positive and negative to find the net significators. One second, my spelling is wrong. Okay. So how do we do that? So first I have your Mars B, Venus A, Saturn B, Mercury D. I'm just copying down. Okay. So this is my plus. This is my minus. Jupiter D, Venus D, Mars C, Saturn C. Okay. So the rule is we need to cancel out the weaker notations and keep the stronger notations, right? So let me just use the color ink, right? So Jupiter is there. There's no Jupiter on top. So I'm going to compare this first. There's no Jupiter on top, so I leave Jupiter alone. Next, I take Venus. Do I see a stronger sign of Venus?
Yeah. A.
Okay. So we cannot cancel A. A will cancel B, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need to write the C. Cancellation is usually done only for the plus and not for the minus, because we're going to check only if the positive thing is happening, or whichever job you want it done. You basically remove the planets that have a higher notation in the negative from the positive. The vice versa is not needed. Why? Again, I'll tell you. All right. So next is Mars. Do I have a higher signification?
B.
Yes.
B in
B is higher in positive, so nothing to do. Just leave it like that. Maybe you can cancel it out. Doesn't matter. Next is Saturn. Again, Saturn. You can cancel out this one or just leave it alone like that. Next, you have Mercury. Mercury is not here, so it's not a problem. All right. So my net. I will not call it significators. Just a second. I need to modify this term. I'm going to call this as fruitful planets. Okay. So from this, what do I have? I have to write the planet names which are not crossed out here. Now a small modification. Okay, let's assume. Okay, I'll just finish this and come wait. So Mars, Venus, Saturn, Mercury. These are my fruitful planets. And this is step one. This is the result of step one. Okay. I'm just taking a small different assumption in the same example. Okay. The assumption is this. Let's say I'm just copying down the same plus minus here. I have Mars B, Venus C, Saturn B, Mercury D. Negative, I have Jupiter. I'm just copying it out slightly differently. Yeah. I'm just giving it a different example so that I just want you to understand some concept here. That's all. Okay. If this happens, all right. If this happens, then when you are calculating your net list of fruitful planets, what you need to do is Jupiter is not present there, so you can ignore it. Not a problem. Venus you're taking, is Venus here? Yes, Venus is here. But the problem is the A is greater than C here. All right. So what happens is this Venus cancels out this Venus. Okay. Next, we take Mars here. Mars, the power is higher here, again higher than here. So this cancels out this one. Saturn, again power is higher. So this cancels out. This Saturn cancels out this one. This Mars cancels out this one. All right. And then we have, in this case, your net fruitful planet will only be Mercury. There'll be nothing else. Okay. Understood. This chart so happened that, when the example we took, this I'm not able to bring it to the light. So therefore, I tried changing it midway to help you understand better. Okay.
But then why we came to this Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Mercury? We could have directly cancelled at the first stage only, right? That these
Yeah,
are
correct. That's how you do it when you do it when you're doing it on your own. I wanted to do it step by step so that you understand. Imagine me canceling out, if you're looking at my screen, imagine me canceling it out like this over here. Will you even understand something? Right?
the second one. Okay, got it.
That's the reason. That's the reason I brought it till here. So I just try to do it step by step. But once you do it a couple of times, it becomes internalized. Then you can by looking at it, you can do stuff. So don't worry about it. It's about getting the hang of it, right? So then you can do whatever you do. Perfect. Okay, now back to theory. Now, out of the above fruitful planets, that's your so this fruitful planets are again classified into three levels: L1, L2, and L3 in the order of strength. Okay. Okay, while L1 being the strongest, L3 being the weakest. Right. So medium. I mean, it's not weakest, but in getting a job done, L1 will be the most power. So now let's look at some rules to get these L1, L2, L3. First rule is this. CSL is which all planets NL. Okay, so example in this case, in the above case, right? We have 2, 6, and 11. 2 cuspal sublord is Saturn, 6 cuspal sublord is Venus, 11th cuspal sublord is Jupiter. Correct? So, which all planets are having these as their NL? Planets having these Jupiter as their. For 1 minute, forget all the calculations done below. Just go back to the table, the significant, the planetary position table here. All right. Or rather, both the tables. So first look at my 2, 6, and 11 cuspal sublords. Write them down. Then out of these 3 lords, not out of these lords, all the 3 lords combined together, just see if any of these 3 lords appear in the STL column of the planetary position table. Okay. So Saturn does not appear and Jupiter does not appear. Only Venus appears here. Okay, and here. Clear?
Yeah.
I think Mars also. Yes. Yeah, but Mars and Saturn. Good. So this is nil. This is Mars and Saturn. This is nil. Okay. It's a very simple, straightforward chart. I probably shouldn't have chosen, but yeah. Because Saturn and Jupiter are both UT, so therefore you will not have anything as a NL. All right. So therefore, Saturn and Mars are the net result of step number 1. Now from this, is any planet common with the result of let's say, I cannot call it step 1. What is the step? How do I name it? Okay, result of fruitful planets or list of fruitful planets. Okay. What is the answer? Which are the fruitful planets for me? Basically,
Mars, Venus, Saturn,
yeah,
Mercury.
correct. Saturn and Mercury, right? These are my fruitful planets. Is there anything common? Yes, I have common between. I have a common Saturn and I have a common Mars. So the answer is yes. Saturn and Mars. Okay. Therefore, Saturn and Mars became my L1 significators, the ones with the highest power of getting this job done. Which job? Which job?
Cash flow.
Cash flow, money flow, anything to do with wealth. These guys are going to handle it for me. Okay.
Sir, even we can look at planets which give 2, 6, 11 without negative and boost their impact by following remedies.
Hold on. No practical applications now. I'm just teaching a theory. How we applied, where we applied, we will study it. All right. This is not for remedies. This is purely for so for example, where will this get applied? Saturn and Mercury, Mars are responsible for my cash flow, right? These are the planets with the highest power of getting my cash flow done. Therefore, whenever Saturn's Antra or Mars Dasha or MD or AD or PD comes, my chances of cash flow is higher. All right. So let's say this is a question for marriage and I get Mars and Saturn. So you can look at those dashas things where these lords come as the MAP lords. And then you can find in that time period, the chances of that particular event happening, let's say marriage happening, is very, very high. So that is a practical application of this. All right. But we already studied this in a different way in last class. What did we do? We took the 12 cuspals of dot script and we saw whichever is the highest. Do both and see. The answer will not be much different. All right, both will be same. Actually, this is a different way of approaching it in a more steadfast approach. All right. All right. Coming back to the second rule here. Next is which all CSLs are untenanted. UT. Okay.
Just one question. In this step one, we found that Mercury. What happened to the Mercury then in that? After
Nothing. It is not. It is. We don't.
Sorry.
We don't consider Mercury the senior. Yeah, sorry for that mayhem. Right, see, Sagarji, what is the rule we studied? Rule we studied clearly says that the CSL is which all planets NL. All right. So those planets have to be in common with the fruitful planets list. Okay. If it is not in common with the fruitful planets list, then we don't take those things. Both have, so suppose, let's say you had Mercury also in this list, then we would have taken Mercury. Or the other case, let's say Mars was not one of my fruitful planet, then we will not take Mars.
Okay.
That's why I said this chart is pretty simple and straightforward, where you don't have to, even if you don't check this condition, the answer doesn't change.
Okay.
All right. No, probably I shouldn't have chosen this because of my familiarity. Having the chart in the back of my head helps me to, quickly conduct the class and clear doubts. That's the reason I chose this. But you can just work it out on your chart and post your queries. Probably we'll take it up and answer it in the group. Right? Okay. So second, finding the L2 significator. That's basically rule 2. So which all CSLs are untenanted? Okay. First we have to. This is, let's say, step A. Which all CSLs are untenanted? Answer is what? Which all CSLs are untenanted on this chart?
Second CSL is untenanted.
Tell me the planet names.
Saturn,
Okay.
Saturn, Jupiter,
Hmm.
Mercury,
Okay.
Ketu.
Okay.
Yeah.
One more.
Rahu is also in Rahu's NL, so it is also UT.
Yes. All right. So you got this list now. From this list, from above set, check at SL level. Okay, that is basically you need to these are SL of which all planets. Obviously, they can't be NL, right? That's what UT means. So they are SL of which all planets. So we're going to take it one by one, correct? Let's first take Saturn, then we have Jupiter, then we have Mercury, then we have Ketu, then we have Rahu. Tell me, Saturn is a SL of which all?
Moon, Jupiter, Rahu,
Moon,
Moon,
Jupiter, Rahu.
Jupiter. Yeah.
Okay. Next. Next is Jupiter. Jupiter becomes a SL of which all planets?
Only Venus,
Okay. Mercury becomes a sublot of which all planets?
Mars and Ketu.
Yes. Ketu becomes a sublot of which all planets?
None.
None. Rahu becomes a sublot of which all planets?
Sun and Mercury.
Yes, correct. So do we have a net list now? So the net list here is you will have basically Moon, Jupiter, Rahu, Mars, Ketu, Sun, Mercury. Right? These are my L2. These are my L2 planets. These are my L2 planets. Clear?
Okay.
Go. Now we go to the third is from step 1 or rule 1. Okay, whichever however you call it, right? Results. We need to check these nets become NL and SL. The condition is very important. Okay, NL and SL of which all other planets? Or let's say Which all planets? Can you find this from this chart here and tell me? So what was our answer from, so example, I'm going to work out here. Our rule 1 output was, which was our rule 1 output? A rule 1 output?
Saturn and Mars.
A rule 1 output gave Saturn and Mars. Okay. So in this case, we need to find out Saturn and Mars. Okay. Become the NL and SL of which all planets. 1 second, wait. Instead of taking this as rule 1, let's do one thing. Just give me a second. Let's take it as fruitful planets. Okay. From a list of fruitful planets, which all planets become the NL and SL. Check these planets. No. Somehow the sentence formation hasn't come properly. I think you've got the idea, or do you want me to frame it properly? So which are the list of fruitful planets is Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Mercury, correct? So these are my, I'll call it fruitful planets, or FRP becomes Fortuna point. So fruitful planets, all right? Now we need to find out both the NL and SL should be one of these 4 of any planet. Okay, so let's go planet by planet. Which is the first planet here on the table? Sun, right? Are you able to look at my table here? Laptop screen, please. Shift to laptop screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look at the table here, you have Sun. It says STL and SL is Rahu, right? Therefore, not. Next is Moon, Ketu and Ketu. Ketu and Saturn. Only Saturn is there. Ketu is not a fruitful planet, therefore be it. Next is Venus and Mercury. Are both Venus and Mercury my fruitful planet list of my fruitful planets?
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore Mars is a answer here. So one thing I need to note down his first here is Mars. Next, we go to Moon and Rahu. Are they in my fruitful planet list? No.
No.
Sun, Saturn? No. Mars, Jupiter in my fruitful
Saturn is
planet
there,
list?
right?
Only Saturn is there. I'm telling both Nakshatra Lord and Sub Lord, both should be in the list of my
Okay.
fruitful planets. Okay.
Okay.
Sun, Saturn not there. Mars, again, Jupiter not there. Again, here I have, but Venus and Mars. So
Yeah.
therefore, what is this?
Saturn.
Saturn. So I write down Saturn also. Okay. Next is again Rahu, Saturn. Rahu is not there. Next is Ketu and Mercury. Ketu is not there. All right. So my answer for this step becomes Mars and Saturn, which is my L3 significator. Okay. That's it. This is Karmesh. Just
But
a
now we
small.
got L1 also Saturn and Mars and L3 also Saturn and Mars.
So what? Saturn Mars now. Therefore, you take only L1. L3 is not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. So there's a small additional rule here. All right, the rule is that, let's say if L1 is blank, okay, that is, there is no common planet. Okay, there's no common planet between the list of our fruitful planets and output of rule 1. Okay, if this happens, that is if L1 is blank, right? If there's no common between, that's basically what I'm trying to say is, this is our fruitful planets. Seeing this, Mars, Venus, Saturn, Mercury is our fruitful planets, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if Mars, Venus, Saturn, Mercury, and this, which is our rule 1 output? Rule 1 output is this one, Saturn and Mars, right? Saturn and Mars. So if suppose there is no common planet between these two, then what you can do is then use the output of rule 1 as L1 significators. All right. Clear? That's it. We're done with Karmesh. It's a extremely calculation heavy, time intensive, what do you say, brain bandwidth intensive topic. All right. So what I will suggest you is go home and I'm sorry, go after the class, sit and work out your Karmesh for your, let's say for your marriage, for your childbirth, for your property purchase, work out Karmesh for all this. All right. And then match against your dasha timelines. Is it during this dasha that you were able, or dasha or subdasha, whatever? And these planets will definitely be involved. Okay, that to L1, L2, 100% they will be involved. Okay, in getting that job done. It would have happened only during that time. All right. And let me know the feedback in the um, group. I'll send you this notes also. So I think that should not be a problem.
But in this Astro Sage app, this L1, L2, L3, L4, that is different, right?
Astro Sage app, L1, L2, L3, L4. If you have ABCD there, then L1, L2, L3, L4 is different. It's the same as what we studied now. But if it does not have ABCD significators, then L1, L2, L3, L4 will be equivalent of ABCD.
Because here it shows only the numbers 10, 10, 8, 1, 11, like that.
See, L1, L2, L3 always happens for an event. It cannot happen for a cusp. Because why? We always took the set of houses, right? For any event to happen, we have to take the positive. What is the first rule of KP astrology? No house can give effect on its own. This is the very first rule of KP astrology that we studied. All right. Always it's a team of houses. So we have to take the team A, which is our positive team, and then look at the fruitful planets of that. We have to take the L1, which is in common with the fruitful planets, then take L2, then take L3. If L1 is not there, then you just take the output of L1 as your L1 planet. All right.
But I was thinking, I just wanted to understand all those headings, what are there in Astro Sage, how, what they signify. Like a lot of things we don't are not quite sure what does they mean.
Even I'm not quite sure. It's been a very long time since I used Astro Sage. So, I see
Okay.
as a concept, what see, Saviri, I'll tell you, you should be doing the reverse. Okay. Go in search of software that offers the features for the concepts that you've studied. Don't go by the software features and try to find the concept behind them. That will actually lead you to nowhere. Trust me, it led me to nowhere, and wasted a lot of time in trying to understand the cuspal interlinks theory, KP 4 level theory, and then getting up to the sublot level, and all that. Right. So I think we can probably avoid trying to go that route once more. Okay. So yeah, I think so. Karmesh is that much. Any doubts here?
No, I have to practice only.
Yes, see, I thought of doing another example, but this topic is not that important from a practical application perspective. So therefore, I don't want to waste another or rather invest another half an hour, and with very low returns. So I will leave it you to go through this recording how many times you want, and then
Yeah.
still if you don't understand something, if you don't something is confusing, because this is damn confusing, right? I'm sure that none of you guys have understood this, at least not very clearly. So you need to look at this notes and follow it to the T, and repeat it multiple times for multiple events in your life. Because up to I think ABCD significators, this will give you your software will give you L1, L2, L3. It's better you decipher it this method. Sometimes it become very useful in finding doing some BTRs and stuff. So I think this is fine.
Yeah.